Hello and welcome back to Dark Souls 2. Today we're going down into this pit over here. We're jumping down this gaping hole in the earth. I'm not asking who built this thing, because I don't think I would get an answer on why this was built. Well, last time I kind of forgot about Huntsman's corpse, or corpse, whatever this area is called. Still don't know it up to this day. Probably corpse, right? Or core? Huntsman? Nah, who cares? Would make more sense if it was called Huntsman's core, right? I don't think they mean the actual corpse. Is it like the French word or whatever? Like core? Whatever. That doesn't matter. Would be probably better to go this way first, before jumping down the pit, because later on we can get an NPC that makes this hole a bit more manageable. But I don't know, I've said I want to do the hole first, and now I'm doing the hole first. With that...
Oh, you do have a time.
You probably want to buy the Silver Cat ring, if you're playing normally. Or you want to strip naked and level up, put a few more points into vitality. Or... what is it called in this game? Vigor, not vitality, vigor. The one that gives you more HP. Because fall damage is calculated in this game a bit differently. It's not all about height, it's also about weight and weight limit. And I don't know if it's flat damage, or percentage based flat damage, or if it's... I think HP matters in this manner. I think in that case it's more flat damage than not percentage based of your health. But who cares? Let's just jump on the first beam. I shouldn't get any fall damage here. Correct, that's good. So this area is interesting. Because first thing, who built this? Second thing, why would you build this? Bunch of questions. How do you even survive down here? How do people even get down here without the ring? Because these drops, holy shit, look at these drops, that's way too high up. There are a few areas where you can land. In particular, this one down there, the first stone platform down there, is a separate area, and I won't do that today. This belongs to the Red Covenant, or whatever it's called. I call it the Red Covenant. It's a special area. It's one of two distinct areas, and I will do them together when we unlock the next one. So it might take a while. So what's the next plan? I think we want to get to that item over there. You can easily jump over there. Jump against the wall, and you will land here. Just some poison moss. And now you have to decide, do you want to get to that area that is underneath us? Right now, which leads to this door that is right underneath. But I don't think we have the key for that door, so I'm not going there quite yet. I want to go to this area here. And this is the Red Covenant area, Grave of Saints. I can unlock the bonfire here. But as I said, I won't go any further. You can see this very distinct red head. So yeah. That's another PvP Covenant area, similar to the Bell Covenant, where the Bell dudes are protecting the Bell area, the Red dudes are protecting the Red area. But this is a bit flipped, because the Bell dudes invade people who want to get to the boss fight, or to the Bell technically, and the Red people, they force summon you into their world. And that's kind of special, really. There are a bunch of traps that you can activate with Ferrous Lockstones. And why do I even talk about this? I don't want to do that area. But it's basically a reverse Bell Covenant area. So now it's getting a bit tricky, because what we want to do is... No, we can't land on this one. This is for the other side, I think. We want to hit that beam, this very small beam here, and this will break, reset our fall height, and then in the best case we will land on the bigger beam down there. Let's see if it works or not. Oh, that's too far. That is way too far. Let's see, do I die? Oh no, I do not die. Okay, be right back. So apparently I can, and what's it called? Apparently I'm not dying when I have infinite iframes. That's what I mean. Even through fall damage, you can iframe through fall damage. I think that makes sense because there was a passage in Dark Souls 1 where you could slide down a hill part, and then roll at the end and avoid taking the fall damage from that slide. But yeah, I wanna... Yeah, this way is much better. That's what I wanted to do. Right, you better align yourself with this beam here, and then you fall down that, or jump down that thing. And that feels kind of like a waste right now. We get the Ring of the Evil Eye from the cat, I just bought it. And right now we get the Ring of the Evil Eye +1. You don't even need to buy this one, you just need to buy the cat ring and then jump down the hole in order to get this one. That wasn't on my radar, so whoops. But now you might notice a very strange passage again, similar to the one to the Forest of Fallen Giants, the passage that we had to go through from Firelink Shrine. This is basically the same thing. And here we have kind of something difficult. There's a crystal lizard, right? If you want to kill that crystal lizard, you're probably jumping down the bridge, because it will jump down the bridge. I'm not doing that. I don't care about the crystal lizard. Let's see, can I even... Huh. I got out one attack. I don't care either way. I don't need that stuff. How do I run again? So I'm more interested in that item on the side there, because there are two ways of getting there. One is from up here, and you only reach this beam up there from the Red Covenant area. And the other thing that you can do is jump over there, but this is definitely a bit more tricky, especially because you bump into this part and you could bump into this corner. So, because as you can see already, here starts the corner, so it's a very broad corner hitbox there. I probably won't make it, but that doesn't keep me from trying. Yeah, I jumped too late. I jumped too late there because of that. Because of the late jump, I couldn't get enough height, basically. These are a joke. They will explode. As you can see, they have the fire thing in their stomach. So they will definitely explode. But you can easily just kill them before they even attack you. This cyanide is very weak, because it's one of the earlier versions, or not the earlier versions, but it's a weaker version because he's protecting an item that you are supposed to obtain fairly early on. Sublime Bone Dust, the thing you're upgrading the strength of your Estus Flocon. For some reason I thought there was a fourth explodey boy. Oh, were there four? And I'm just stupid. So next part. A very strange part indeed as well. I'm going to talk about these wooden structures later on, once we're in the main area. Because this is just the in-between. Right? This is not the real main area, but... whoever built the scaffolding had honestly no idea what they were doing. It's like... what even is this? Ah, shit. Not shit. Maybe? Ah, perfect. Apparently I can stand in the air. Not a problem, but there's a particular way you can go down here to obtain every item. I think there's one underneath. Yes. What? Why? My stick... oh. I put my stick in the left direction in this one, and my character wanted to make a big turn like that. What the fuck? What is going on right now? Next one down here, no. And I'm rusty, I don't know my pathing anymore. By now it doesn't matter by now, I guess. This chest here contains... is it the red one? Or the white one? Token of Spite, okay. Another fairly important item if you're not ready to do some PvP. You get this, as it says, proof of defeating another world's master. Basically, you invade someone, you kill them, you gain this thing. Equivalent, there's an equivalent for Corp, where you defeat a boss together with someone and you get the other token thingy. And you need the white one for Corp for to be able to enter the Blue Covenant, the Heights Tower Flame area there. The dude that said, "Go away, we don't need you." And this one is the opposite thing with the PvP Covenant, with the Invader Covenant, that we can acquire, or that we can join now, because we got this thing. And that one is in the Huntsman's Corpse, or Corp, whatever. And now we're in the main area. And now I want to talk about the scaffolding, because it makes for a pretty good level. But then again, who the fuck built this? And where the fuck are we? It's just in a very, very black, dark cave with a weird moving, watery, dirt, mud texture that is running down on the sides, on the, what's it called? On the walls, right? And then we have these weird ass statues that are spitting poison at us occasionally, which is annoying. So, but this area, I want to see that. Look at all these things that are supposed to be in these big ass columns here. We got skeletons, we got furniture. Look there, that's there are a few statues, some stone parts. That makes no sense, what the fuck is in these columns here? These flat images. It's just like they really just modeled this this column and then slapped on some images of some furniture that they have in this game and other objects. Oh, that's so funny. And some of them, like the one that is currently on top of the torch, or underneath the torch right now, now right next to it, it's just a flat image of that wooden thing, furniture thing. But oh well, who cares? Carefully jump down here. Well, you can have a look at this area, it's just... oh, I've never been here. Oh. Oh, now I know why I've never been here. It doesn't matter. Ah, sad. Usually I just fall down the... Can't get back up, right? Further down is a ground that breaks. You can jump down there, but now I'm forced to jump down here, I think. Oh, it's close. Where the fuck am I? There's the bonfire. Okay, I'm here. Usually this one, the wooden structure above this character right now, is breaks, and he will land somewhere here. Now we have the bonfire, and this is one of my favorite areas in the game, just because you can utilize the torch here. It's not particularly difficult to navigate if you know what you're doing. It was confusing at first, but what I like to do is, at least the second time when I'm going through an area, the first time is just pure chaos because I want to get to the end. I want to play through the game, and then the second run is usually the more chilled out run because I know what to expect. I can discover more secrets, hidden bosses and hidden areas and stuff like this. I take more time the second run around, but usually that's where I start exploring areas very, very carefully. And there are already two paths that we can take. One path is down here, through this floor, this will break. And the other one is over there. And what you definitely want to do here is lighting all the torches. All of them. Every single one. And you're actually getting something for that. And yeah, this level makes absolutely no sense. This is like purely this is just pure game design. It makes no sense. There's just... It's supposed to be your Blighttown 2, right? This is Blighttown 2, just more exaggerated. More of these slum-like scaffolding with a lot of poison statues this time. To be fair, a lot less annoying enemies. I do not like the enemies in Blighttown in Dark Souls 1, especially not the poison dart dudes. I like the statues much more because they are not toxic. They are not applying toxic. You can destroy them fairly easily. And yeah, overall, a much better experience in my opinion. Don't get discouraged by these things that you see there. We will go there later on. We are now following the right path here. In this way. Statue. Statue over here. Fun. Oh, we're going to look at that hand later on. And this is, as I said, there's no world design here. I mean, technically there is, because this area still tells a story, right? It's still a story being told, but you can't build this. You don't even see the ground to this area. There isn't probably not even a ground. How are you supposed to get to this area? Because we had to jump down a seemingly bottomless pit. And at some point there was this weird area where people actually built something, like a channel or what's it called, like a sewer system, and it ends here for some reason. Like, I mean, you have a bottomless pit for a sewer system, that's probably not bad. But yeah, now we're here, we want to jump down. A bunch of hollows here. Only the hollows with the swords are actually dangerous. These ones without weapons are just a joke. Then we have these tar pits that we've already seen them in the No Man's Wharf as like an urn of some sort that the archers can shoot, and when they shoot it, it will burn. It will also burn if we roll through it with a torch. And in this one we have a fairly unsettling enemy. What do we call them? Handworms? Because it's literally a worm with appendages that can grab onto things. What you can do, if you don't want to trigger them, is you can shoot fire arrows on these tar pits from a distance. They won't aggro and they will die eventually. So next we want to go this way. This is our next destination. There are two ways we can go now. One on this wall. This will lead to the bonfire, back to the bonfire. And this will be the next part of this area here. There will be an invader in a short time. Oh, that's dangerous. There are two explodey guys in here. Oh, that wasn't my intention. So, where's the invader? Come on. Do invade, please. I don't know where the invade trigger is, but there should be one right now. Maybe that death messed things up. But no, I think I can still be hollow and... no, I'm not hollow. I'm not hollow though. Okay. Open this chest here. Oh, here we go. This really is like Dark Souls 1 at home to a lot of people, because this is literally what happens in Blighttown, right in the Great Swamp. And this is a homage to that, but still kind of weird. Yeah, there's still something that I want to grab here. You want to get to this middle platform. Let's see, do I manage? Nope. Not the first time. That roll was kind of short. I think I have to jump against that thing. Ah, she's coming. Amazing. Let's get over here. No, I don't wanna... From where do I jump? I jump from here and then a bit earlier, so I... yeah, that's the spot. Okay, this is a mimic. Can we see it breathe? I don't know if it works in this game or not, but we can... Can we see the teeth a little bit? We can see the teeth a little bit, I think. But yeah, mimics in this game are a bit different. First of all, I think they're much more creepy than the ones in... or maybe a bit more... Now it feels like a comedic relief, to be honest. But the hitboxes of the mimics in this game are terrible, because they basically initiate a grabbing attack, or they are initiating a grab attack when they first get triggered, and when you're even... you want to get away from that mimic, because it will grab you when you're behind it, when you're in front of it, when you're to the sides of it. You don't want to stand in... you don't want to stand near that thing when it goes off, basically. And now my item dropped through the floor, I think. I want to retreat. No, it went right through here. And yeah, the mimic in this game... the mimics in this game drop the dark armor. There's a way of getting in the spot in between these layers, but there's nothing. Hello. Oh. They don't like dodging. And this is not the butcher's knife, you have the wrong weapon. It's just one of these big ass axes. Or Alright, let's loop around. We're done with this part. You know, this is so cool. I really like this. I really like this hand that we see there. Because it's made out of statues, but... Man, I like this part. It's just fun to go through. There are also a few things in this area that are not as fun, but up to this point it's fine. Now we want to break through here. And here we can see that there are actually people living here. We have these carpets or towels or fabric. A few random ass items they found, like boxes and cupboards and apparently a weapon stand or whatever that is. And they have food somehow. And like, how do you sustain your life down here? Because you can't grow anything. So you probably have to eat like rodents or insects or whatever their equivalent in Drangleic is to that shit. But this looks more like potatoes or something similar to that. So someone has to bring it down here. You can't grow that shit here. You could probably grow mushrooms here. That would be nice to see. Yeah, it's like the summoning circle that does absolutely nothing. But it looks quite... Hey! Don't do that. But it looks quite fun, right? And look what you're actually lighting here. You're lighting up bones. Oh. These are bones in these torches. It's kind of interesting. Like the base of a statue, I think. With bones on top of it. A head removed from the statue. And bones in its place. Oh, okay, that wasn't my intention. Jumping attack wasn't my intention. Right. Over here. There's another torch. Don't forget that thing. This is a small cave with a door that I can't open. Because it's locked. Do we need a specific key for that? I don't know where that key is. But behind that is a cursed armor set. Havel's armor set, basically. Or, it's not basic, it is Havel's armor set. Like, I would like to talk a bit more about the game design here and level design in general, but world design, I've already said everything up to this point, and level design, I can't really talk about it that much, because there isn't that much to talk about. It's just a straightforward level. I can't really analyze the... Maybe I can analyze this room a bit, because we have these heart-shaped vases that, let's see, shouldn't affect my stuff, but who knows? Yeah, good. But there is acid inside these. And we have one of these diseased dogs, and they're fairly, I guess from behind they can't even harm you, but they're fairly annoying. They're quite tanky. And if they're faced towards you with their front, how they usually walk, then they're a bit more dangerous, especially if they can get into one of these spaces where you can't go around them. It's interesting that this is heart-shaped. So what I'm wondering is if these are actually hearts of some life forms. For example, the giants. or if these are actually vases that got formed into hearts. Because I kind of like the idea that these are actual hearts that got, I don't know, somehow somewhat petrified or something similar to that. And that their blood that should have pumped through here either turned to acid or was acid from the beginning. I like that idea a bit more, but I don't think that's... I think these are just supposed to be vases in form of hearts, so that you can differentiate between normal vases and these ones. I think that's the only reason for them to have that shape. I don't even know, are these supposed to be human hearts? Or hearts of some other animal or creature? I don't know how a human heart looks like. I mean, I know it roughly, but... Let's grab all these items. Nothing meaningful. Actually, that was meaningful. Fragrant branch of yore. You need this one to progress, so it's kind of nice that they give us one here. Next one, we're gonna jump down here. We could also go jump... we could also get to this area a bit earlier by just coming from here, from this part. This bridge over there leads to the bonfire, so... But then we couldn't light the torches up there, so this is another optional area. Sometimes, yeah, when an enemy spots you, they can hit this spot here, hit this bridge, and go around. Yeah, this one is a dangerous one. Just looks like a broken sword with this weird ass dark aura around it. But when they hit you, they deal a lot of damage. It's not even funny, they deal a tremendous amount of damage and an unreasonable amount of damage, I would call it. Because it's just a broken sword, but it deals so much damage, that's just... Ugh. But yeah, we don't want to go... Like, if you want to progress, you go this way. If you want to do another optional part of this area, you want to go this way. You want to jump down here. And look around if there's any torch. Because I'm just remembering the path and some key torch locations. There's nothing here, nope. I don't even remember, because I think at some point there was something like that here, and when you walk around it, it breaks and you're falling to your death. I don't know if they have something like this here, or if it's just again a false memory. I seem to have a few false memories. Not only about this game, but about other stuff as well. Which is a bit odd, but it is how it is. We get the Pyromancer set from Dark Souls 1. The full one here. Over there is a Hide Knight, or Hide Knight, whatever. With a specific helm. But we're gonna jump over here, light this torch. And get rid of him. That's one with a spear. So they're, in my opinion, a bit more dangerous. And they drop the lance, but it's the bad lance. It's not the good one. It's this ugly thing here. Let me light the torch again. Like, this is not a lance, this is something. Like for me, this is a lance here. That looks like a cool ass lance. Probably a bit too heavy, a lot, way too much weight, like most of these weapons, but looks much better. And they moved this armor set over here, I think. There's another armor set, right? Yeah, the Armor of Auros. Like, fairly cool looking set. Not really my style, but this thing you could... How do you... Like, they just introduced this in Scholar of the First Sin. Like, there was... You had to get this another way in the base game, and it was a terrible way, I think. You had to farm shit. There's also a version of this armor set that is completely translucent. And you can get that from the armor merchant when he's in his last state, in his overconfident asshole state. There's a zipline up there. I don't want to go there quite yet. I want to go this way. I want to drop down here. I want to drop down in this corner. Drop down here. Roll against this. Maybe you want to kill these dudes. Or not. Your choice. And then you're back here. Where you found that dog. Now I think there's another spot where we can light a torch. We want to go down here again. There's a bit of backtracking, but that is what it is. It's annoying. I'm not a fan of backtracking. I mean, it was just for a what are these things called? Flame butterfly, but like, what the hell? Why do I even have to backtrack for that shit? And if you don't want to have that thing, that's completely fine. You can just take the zipline from the get-go. And somehow we don't burn our hands. And somehow this thing is connected to air. But yeah, there was another torch, and now we're in this area with the two bridges intersecting. We can technically jump to that bridge right here. I don't see any use for that. You can jump down here, be careful to not fall down that hole over here. This is where the Fragrant Branch of Yore was. Whoops. Exactly. Exactly that. If you're not careful, you're falling down somewhere. Like I just did. Unfortunate. Yeah, this item down there is a drop from one of these hollows. From, I think, this hollow over here. This is why I'm not going to get that thing. Because it's not a... It's a drop from an NPC, not a static item that was placed by the developers. Oh, I wanna light that thing. And you really might, if you're going through this area, want to destroy a few statues here and there. Otherwise you're getting poisoned fairly easily. You can use fire bombs to take them out with some ranged attacks. I don't know if arrows are working. I mean, you can test it out. Why is this one here? You can test out if arrows... Do I not have a bow? Ah. Maybe heavy bolts? I don't think these are working, but... No, I want to two-hand this thing. Ah, that was a mistake. Whoops. Be careful, there are a few... unstable ground structures. One is here, this one will break. This one will break. Fairly easy to drop down there. But yeah, I'm testing out the crossbow in some time. So what's behind here? Let's see. Right, we have this ass area. For some reason, they made these enemies for DLC number 1. These insects with their... what's it called? Acid sacs on their back. Or on their abdomen, whatever. Is it called abdomen? Nothing in these vases. We got a sick shield though, I think. Yeah, the Wicked Eye Great Shield. Looks quite cool. I can remember that they've made a contest of some sort where artists could what's it called? Where artists could send them shield designs, and then the best shield designs were chosen to be put into this game. I think. I'm not sure if this was one of them, but it might be. There's another one in the Iron Keep. It might be just... This might be false information, I'm not 100% sure about this. If you know more about this event, or what the deal was with that event, or if it even existed, if you know more about this, please write it down to the comments. Again, this item over there is an enemy drop, and this is dangerous here. And you either need to have luck with these statues, or right. Let's see. No, I want to two-hand it. I'm trying to two-hand this the Elden Ring style. Nope. Not with heavy bolts. I wanted to try iron arrows, but I don't have any. And I don't have a bow. So I need to use some fire bombs. I guess these are also working. The witching urns. I just aim there roughly and destroy a few of them. You don't need to destroy every single one of them, but the more the safer. There's one on the ground as well. Nice. Then you can jump over there. A bit tricky, a bit dangerous. But we're almost through this part of the area. Almost through this part. Huh. I'm definitely what's it called? Make 2 episodes out of this. Like the gutter over here and then the Black Gulch as a separate area. And this area now, this is not fun, this part. At least not for me. Like, I'm currently struggling. Like, you can see there are so many ladders here. And you only need a few of them, a few are traps. And there's this random ass fog gate here that makes no sense. Because you could have been on both sides. Like, this fog gate makes no sense. Because we were up there. Right? This is we lit these torches, we could jump down here and access this area through here, or we jump down through this part and jump over that gap. No reason to put a fog gate there. And for some reason, yeah, there's some strange creatures in there. But for some reason I don't trust this one structure over there. For some reason I think these are collapsing so that we drop down. But yeah, I kill these weak ass bugs with mushrooms on their body. Then we have this weirdest, technically enemy, that does nothing. Like, it's not attacking, we can hurt it. It looks quite creepy. This fog, I think, is curing poison and stuff like this. Like ailments. But it's also very, very, very slowly destroying our equipment. But up to my knowledge, you can just kill this enemy, or you can leave it. It doesn't matter. It's quite tanky. It drops poison moss, and that's it. Like, no secret cave system behind it, or no quest line linked to this thing. It's just exists for some reason. They probably made this model once, or they got the task to make this thing because they wanted to have this enemy type in the game, and then later on they decided to not use it, but then they decided to put it in the game because they made the model, but for some reason I don't know. I can just speculate. And I'm trying to think which one is the right one here. Huh. It's not this one, is it? Might be this one. Let's see. That's a bit tricky now. Nope, this was not the right one. Where is the right one? There. Over there. I think... was it this one? It's been a while since I've played this game, so excuse. Yeah, this is the right one. Okay. Let's go up again. And with the right one, I mean, this is just my route. You can have a more efficient route or a different route, it doesn't matter. This is how I'm usually playing through this game. I go down here, then I jump down to this platform, destroy these, then drop down here. Roll once, drop down here to this chest, open it, great club in here. Which one is this? This is the not so fun one. I like the... I think I like the thinner one more. Oh yeah, it doesn't matter. They probably have the same moveset, don't they? Yeah, in this game they have the same moveset. I like the slimmer, the which one? I usually like this one more, the large club, better than the great club, because in Dark Souls 1 they also had something like these, and the large club had a better moveset, or a more unique moveset. Yeah. But we're not done. Where's Dark Fog? There should have been Dark Fog somewhere here. Here, right? Yeah, Dark Fog, best hex in the entire game. Makes everything so easy. So come on, give me that thing. Pick up. There are 1 or 2 more torches in here that we have to light. One is over here, okay. The other one is up there. I've seen that. Yeah. Oh, 3 torches. And if I did everything correct, this is all. That should be all. I don't think that there is an item in there. Let's see. Nope, no item. I think this is... No, there's another torch down there. Ah. I wonder. Oh, there's a corner here. No, there's a sitting dude here. What the fuck? I just walked into him. Fuck. Let's see if I can... You can really jump extremely far in this game. So that should be everything, right? Yeah, gutter denizens. Denizen. If you got this one, you know you lit every single torch in here. Because this one will only appear once you light everything. Oh, come on, start turning around. Okay. And we get the Black Witch robe. Not with the hat, but with the veil. And something else, I think, yeah, the veil. Oh, that's a good one. Look at that, it has 1000 curse resistance. That is good. Can't get cursed anymore. And doesn't look as bad as the other item that removes curse. I never knew that. No, that's false. I knew that probably at one point, but then I forgot. Well, technically this is the last torch in this area, but this doesn't count. With a fragrant branch of yore. And we are officially... Thought I heard another step. But we are officially through this area. And we are now in the Black Gulch. A much cooler looking area. But definitely a worse area. At least in my opinion. Ooh, stone formation and mimics a face. Ooh. Maybe something else. But yeah, let's go quickly back. No, I wanna go to the other bonfire, to the first bonfire in this area. Let's travel there. Where is it? Over here. And then my final thoughts about this area. But I'm heavily biased, so. It kind of looks nice when everything is lit. So it's definitely a very strange area. And by the way, you see these figures, like the hollows with the torches. For some reason they're not emitting any light or any meaningful light. I kind of wish they would emit light as our torch. Look how bright everything gets once we get our torch. Even if we're standing next to a lit one. Like, it adds so much light. But yeah, Black Gulch. Level design wise, it's a fairly fun level design. Level layout, I mean. the enemy placements in here are, or the enemy types. Let's see, how many enemies do we have in here? We have the hollows with various weapons. We have one of these gribby worm thingies in the tar pit. We have technically 2 invaders, one Hydenite with a special helmet. What else? We have the dogs. We have the weird DLC 1, what's it called? Acid insect thingies. We have like these other insect things with the mushrooms or whatever it is on their back. We have the big ass ant queen and a few of these I explode on the ground dudes. I think these are all the enemies. Honestly quite a lot, but it feels very... It still feels one-sided because there are so many hollows in there. But I guess it's fitting. Notable items in here. There are quite a few armor sets. We have the tattered armor set, we got the Auros armor set. Technically there is still Havel's armor set in this cave that where we can't open the door quite yet. We have the... Where is it? The Black Witch armor set with the Curse Immunity Veil, which is quite cool. Probably a few weapons here and there that I'm not really remembering. I think there's club or something. It's quite packed with content, I must say. Even though this area is fairly... I wouldn't say forgettable. But it's just like another... It's nothing really original in the series here. It's the 3rd installment of Blighttown, so to speak. Because, well, 3rd one, I'm saying because we had one in Demon Souls, like the... What was it called? Valley of Defilement or something? Which was basically Blighttown number 1, then we had Blighttown in Dark Souls, and then we have this. Luckily this one has no poison swamp, which is a plus, I feel like. Does this game have a... Is there a poison swamp in this game? There's a poison area, but not really a swamp. Quite interesting. I can't remember if... Well, no, I don't think so, right? But yeah. Item-wise, it's pretty rich. Enemy-wise, it's a bit... I mean, there's variety here, but only in clusters, really. Like the bug thingies were over there. Hollow thingies are everywhere. Dogs are just sprinkled here and there. Mostly are just fighting hollows in here, so I would say enemy-wise it's a bit bland, but so is every other area in this game, I guess. Enemy variety-wise. And layout-wise it's quite complex. I mean, you can make it easier for yourself if you're thinking like if you're putting these things into certain areas. So this is, you need to go there first, and you need to go there first. It's fairly easy to remember and to memorize, but the first time you're going through here, you're lost. I feel like, or maybe you're not completely lost. The problem with all these things is where you drop down is sometimes you're not doing it on purpose, because maybe you don't know that this is collapsing, right? You're falling down there. So you're getting forced into a specific... forced down a specific path that you don't necessarily want to do, because how you probably would usually go through the game or through an area like this is like I'm first going through the ways where I can get back, right? I don't want to drop down, because when I drop down, I can't get back up here. But if I go this way, I can still come back and get to this position if I want to. Right? So you want to first take the path of less commitment, I guess. I would call it that. There's also no way of getting up there again. So, well, luckily we can teleport out of here with the bonfire, so there is no need for that. But imagine there was no warping in this game, or only in late game you could warp around. Then they had to think how they designed this area with walking in mind, without warping. Because right now you just dropped into this area, right? From the beginning you had to drop down, drop down, drop down, drop down with no, like, you couldn't get it back up again. And while I'm glad that we can warp everywhere, it's a big quality of life feature, I kinda also wish that we had the opportunity to get back to, let's say, Majula without warping. Because in my mind that would mean that they had to think more about the layout design and the level design in general. Because creating a one-way road is easier than creating a two-way road, right? And then if you're not thinking about that, you're creating a game like this where everything is linear. I mean, yes, you have different paths you can take from the beginning, but every path is just one long stretch. There is no like, these areas are not connected to each other, very much at least. Right, you have to go through Heights Tower Flame to get to Norman's Wharf, to get to the... well, technically not, but to get to the secret part. Nah, that's a bad example. But to get to... No, I'm right. You have to finish Heights Tower of Flame to get to the Norman's Wharf. You have to finish the Norman's Wharf to get to the Lost Bastille. Or you have to finish the what's it called? Forest of Fallen Giants to access the Lost Bastille. Because you can take the bird there, right? Like, you have to go through one area to get to the next. You can't just walk through here and then kill these bosses that are mandatory for something else later. Which makes Dark Souls 1's world layout design so unique, or so good, is that you don't have to necessarily commit to a specific path in order to get to where you need to get to. But this has nothing to do with this game, so I honestly really like this area. It's, in my opinion, the best Blight Town-esque area in all the games. They have a fun torch mechanic here, luckily. And the torch is not even mandatory. You can completely go through this area without the torch. You are still able to see stuff, but it's much cooler with a torch, to be honest. But yeah, sadly there wasn't that much to talk about, even though I'm again over 1 hour, but yeah, that's it for me. I hope you had fun, and goodbye.